Okay, guys. Welcome to my channel. This is gonna be my first proper video. Hopefully it's better than like my previous videos where I just don't really commentate, so I just have like a recording of me from the stream. I'm pretty new to this whole stuff. But let's get straight into the video. The reason why I'm making this video is because I want to explain or give you like a perspective of my first experience as a killer, or as a player, I should say, of Dead by Daylight. I do play killer mostly. I'm actually not very interested in playing survivor, only when playing with only when playing with my friends. Basically, I want to give you a rundown of someone who's had the game. I've had the game for a month, slightly before the 13th of last month. I got into this I really should get Dead by Daylight. Got the game. A friend recommended it for me. I saw it before, I've been seeing it on Twitch sometimes. I even watched some gameplay, but I had no idea what anything was. I just know it was kind of gory and kind of scary at the same time. But actually playing it, no, it's not that scary. As playing a survivor, I was a bit spooked out. It's been less than that scary, let's say. But I've been a bit spooked out in the beginning. So my experience as playing this game, and maybe it will be in the title. A new killer experience for Dead by Daylight is pretty harsh, and there's multiple reasons why it's like this. Now, firstly, when I got the game, I had incredible long queues to the point where I actually didn't bother playing that much, and I completely dropped the game because I didn't find it was worth it waiting for so long when I can go and play I don't know, League of Legends and be in a game and have a game in literally in 3 minutes, you know. Usually it's less than that. It's usually instant or 30 seconds or 1 minute, 2 minutes maybe, depending on what time of day and day. But in this game, being a rank 20 killer, I'm not rank 20 anymore. I think I'm rank maybe 10 by this recording. And the thing is, I've been playing consistently for a week. Also, this is not scripted, by the way. This is just I have some notes. Just remember a few things, but it's not scripted. Let's put it that way. So I've had some play sessions once or twice for the month I've played it, and then for 1 week consistently, after Halloween I played a few days, or roughly around Halloween I played a few days, and I had this urge to play this game really badly. And then I started getting into the game. I stuck out with 45-minute queues, 30-minute queues, 31-minute queues, and I can't say that it was 45 minutes queue, but I remember one time I was sitting watching a video, and it was some time into the video, and I tapped back in, and I was apparently just in the game, and I think I was in the game for maybe a few seconds, maybe a minute or so. The queue timer is a bit unbearable, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of flame or a lot of flack in the comments for this, complaining about this. But I feel as a new player, that really puts it off. You don't get a lot of experience as a killer if you can't even play a killer, you know. And I actually camped, I think, a lot. There was some weird shit that I did, and now when I look back, I don't know if I can look back at it, but because I stream as well. But now that I look back at it, I'm yeah, I don't want to be a killer that sits and I used to take people, hook them, and then stare at them. Then I got flamed at the end of the game because I didn't even know that was not a thing. They were yeah, you don't want to play like that. That's a terrible way to play and stuff. And I can see why now, but back then I was just okay, I hook them, I make sure that person dies, and then I can automatically kill the next person. I think if I recall, from my memory, walking up to the hatch, someone was standing over it, and they were they were doing the teabagging, or the butt dance as they call it in this game, and then they jumped in, and I was great, why don't you just go in? So something with survivors, I get it, it's fun if you're playing survivor and you actually win against a killer or whatever, but if you can make the game more fun for most killers by if you can win, just walk out the gate. It's okay, I can understand if someone else needs to escape and you're going to try and save them, but if you're all ready to go, just end the game. we don't need to waste another like minutes, like me trying to look for someone, and then the game is already done. Like I know this is me like complaining and being whiny or whatever, but it's just how how I personally feel like if you have a long queue. But this is me, like this is like a small gripe. The second thing is I don't mind losing a game or killing only one person or two people, not getting 4K, but I have I have the problem is, or I should say the problem with it is waiting for like 20 plus minutes, 30 plus minutes, 40 plus minutes. It really sucks when you like you have no experience, you don't have the correct perks. At that point, I didn't have Ruin, for example. I didn't even know that was a thing. Generators were being done in like, I don't know, like before I can even hook with the first person, or maybe I got like one person hooked. Like 3-4 generators were done, and for me it's just like an unfun experience. I have no problem taking an L. I can get upset like everyone else. I can get salty, but for me, like people were flexing on me when like I didn't even understand the game. You know what I mean? And I still don't understand it because I've only been playing like consistently for a week. So let's talk about this week that I've been playing consistently. So this week of consistent gameplay, got really good, got better and better. Honestly, with you, it felt really good. I started playing. I'm like 10 now. I think I have Hag at level 40 or 41 or whatever. Nurse at level 40. I got like I got them up because I needed the perks for them, and I got Hag because a friend bought it for me. Shout out to Ronstrosity. And finally I got Ruin, basically Hex Ruin, which is a mandatory perk. And the big gripe for me is feeling like I have to have these perks to be able to be slightly competitive, but I stuck it out. I also think it's fun to grind for perks and grind for something in a game. I just feel like as a first new player, and you guys you have to understand me. Like this is something that I really feel like it's hard. You know, like it's not hard to be able to like sit and queue and then play games and lose. Like most games, you jump into them, you maybe get like a kill in like Call of Duty, 2 kills, and you die, and then when you climb up a little bit higher, the game starts putting you with more experienced people, and then you start losing a little bit more, then you drop down to where you should be, and then you start climbing. And now I'm at that stage where I'm climbing, and I'm really doing good. I would say I'm doing good. I'm getting almost 3K, 4K consistently each game, and then I get like one game where everyone's just insanely good. I've had this game where people have flashlighted me, teabagged me, and then I finally got Spirits, and I finally was able to use Spirits and have Ruin on her. I've got flamed from people playing Spirits. Like literally my first 10 games, I got like 2 or 3 people hating me for playing Spirits. Like imagine playing Spirits and using Ruin. Try hard, blah blah blah. But when I played Hag, and unironically, I'll tell you something. Hag, when I leveled her up and I wanted to use all the petals, the Pastula petals or whatever the Halloween petal thingies are called, to get the Halloween gens and the Halloween themed hooks, I was doing really good. I think Hag is actually for me a better killer than Spirits, and a lot of killer queues they rate her really low, which sidetracking here, but for me I was doing pretty good with her, and I think Hag deserves a higher spot. I think Hag is really good. I think she's really map dependent as well, but you can really defend your gens, and I always get like yellow or gold or red for doing so good on defending the gens. I would feel sorry for when I get Pop the Weasel. I'm going to be really ruthless as a killer when I do get better, and I hope I can get better, and I hope I am sympathetic to when I feel like some survivors deserve a win. I do during my gameplay, I do point out when survivors do play good. I do actually sometimes I have to tunnel the good survivors because I know the bad ones are probably new and don't have perks. I can easily see it during a match. As halfway through a match, I'm easily knowing which one I need to take out first. Maybe this is this is a thing inside like killers think about, or some killers, but I definitely think about it. I have a hard time still finding people in the beginning, but at the first 2-3 days, I didn't even think about generators make noise when they're being worked on. I just walked past them and I didn't even kick them. I just like, oh, okay, whatever, no one's there. But now I hear them. I hear the generator. I hear the grunting, and the game has been really fun. Like, honestly, it's been really I don't want this video to be negative at all. But yeah, and then I had one game, I think, when I was really early. If I'm checking my notes here, I've had one game. I told you guys about the spirits, people flaming me for the spirit thingy. I've had one game where I think it was maybe my first 20 games, if like that. And I think I was playing Billy, and I had Noed. I'm not too sure if it was Billy or with Trapper, because I didn't play that much Billy. I did like him, but I think I stuck with Trapper because I didn't have any other killers. I didn't have Myers. I did have Gorgon though, and I think I killed one person or two people. I don't remember. But I remember the end of the game, someone started flaming me because I had Noed, and they were like, "Wow, imagine being a Noed killer. It's so try hard, blah blah blah. Such how to ruin a game. It's so unfun." And I got flamed really hard, and I was like, I didn't even know what no. I asked chats, and I only have a few people in my chat, and they were like, "Yeah, it's a perk called No One Escapes Death," and I didn't even know I had it. I just put on anything. I was like, okay, whatever. None of these are helping me find people, so I don't know. I don't understand the perks. And I got flamed for that. I got flamed for using, I think I said, spirits and barbecue. I thought for me, barbecue and chili was a staple sort of what you call it, perk to use for almost all ranks, if okay, maybe not rank 20, but rank 15 to 10 maybe, and on 10 or higher maybe would be pretty much mandatory. Not saying that you should use it, or you have to use it every time, or it's always that you needed to use it, but I thought it was just a normal killer thing. And to be honest, I took most of the salts with I took it on the chin. I tried to understand, and I tried to not camp. After knowing that people said that you shouldn't camp people and whatever, I understand that now. And it's been a really nice learning curve. When it came to playing with higher players, sitting in queue is not a problem, by the way. It's just, yeah. It's just sitting in a long queue and then completely losing towards some people who are really high rank or just really good or have the perks they need. Playing with Survive with Friends groups, I don't see the reason why people complain about it. If I was playing Survivor, I would play with some friends. I don't feel like it's that unfair. I don't think it's intended, because you can't type in the game. I think BE wanted it to be a how do you call it? You can't really speak to anyone because you can't even see them, and vision. Knowing where you are is super strong. I think knowing where anyone is, or having the knowledge on the killer, or having knowledge on where your teammates are as Survivor, is super strong, as well as knowing where the killer is, knowing where people are on the map, with barbecue and chili, for example. It's also super strong. One thing I have to say positive with perks, with queue timers being so long, is the fact that I could sit and watch videos. Pretty much, I learned the whole barbecue, chili, all these perks while sitting and waiting in queues. I remember so many times I've sat in queues, sat in a long video, tabbed in, still in queue, tabbed back out, and continued the video. I even could rewatch some videos, learning. So it was good learning curve, but at the same time, I wanted to just play to feel, feel the game, how it plays, Also, I have to say, because I want to kind of wrap up this video, it was super hard playing Survivor. Usually I ended up either dying first, doing a gen, and then from understanding how the point system works, is you would try and do a gen and try and save people. Usually, what happens is when I start saving people, that's when I get killed myself, and I can't loop. I haven't trained, and I do apologize. Like I don't really know how to play Survivor that well. I just know that I do gens pretty well, and I've tried to like get great skill checks. Just because like there was this there's this thing in the archives, like I don't know if it's the archives or if it's like in the battle pass or whatever you want to call it, the battle pass for DBD. But I was doing the skill checks just for this quest, and after that I've decided to try and get great skill checks all the time instead of just going for the easy like non-skill checks. I remember the first few times playing Survivor though, it was super hard. I think I still now and then hit a generator and make a noise. And I understand now how the terror raiders kind of works. I feel like this game, if you don't learn fast, you'll be dying a lot and not having fun. And I feel like for most games, I'm actually a really slow-ish kind of learner. I pick up some things really fast, and then the rest I'm just like really slow. I really suck at fighting games, even though I love them, for example. But a game like World of Warcraft, like it was super slow, and then I started understanding, every MMO and how they were built, and you know that you see some patterns. And in this game, it's just like I picked it up really fast. I can look back at myself from like a week ago and see how much worse I was. A game like League of Legends, it takes so long to get good. It's just like I can pick up other MOBAs and play them pretty well. Playing like Heroes of the Storm and so on. I can play them pretty well, but the learning curve on League is super steep because you play against good people. You're only as good as the people you face, you know. And in this game, I feel like there's less pressure than with League. Even though I want to climb and get high pips, there's so much pressure in the game itself. In League of Legends, sorry. But in this game, like, I feel like I can jump on, you know, oh, my friend is not online. I'll play killer. I want to get, you know, more perks on my different killers. I want to play Demogorgon. I still need Spirit's Fury. I still need Enduring. I need to level up my Billy. There's some stuff I need to do. I'm enjoying Spirits. Yeah, I think the game is hella fun as a whole. The other few things I can point out that I don't like about the game, I feel like the torsos of every character, like look at Wraith's torso, he has like a hella long torso. I feel like the graphics are they really look outdated for being a game that's only like 3 years old or 2 years old. I'm not sure when it came out, if it was 2016 or whatever. I might have to do research, you know, to be able to be more correct. But you can comment, you can say how long it was. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like research it after this recording. But I think personally, the game could use a little bit of love in the visual department. Let's say that. I also feel like killers. There's a lot of like the killer idea. The playstyle is really sick, right? But I feel like there are a lot of mediocre killers and no great killers. And the one or two great killers like Billy, Spirits, and Nurse, like they shine so much. Nurse and Billy needs so much work with, and Spirit is like quote unquote face roll. She's pretty much face roll. Let's say the community would. I think the community would vote that she's a bit OP. I personally think she's just fun. I think Spirit is the best looking character. I like her hair. I still think she can use a touch up, but like not touch up as in I don't care if she looks ugly. It's that the graphics, like you can see her head, you can see like the cap she has on her head, like some small things I can point out. Like I just don't like. I do like how her arms are like off, her toes are broken. Her limbs are sliced and they're like going where they should be, but you know they're floating. There's a lot of stuff I like about Spirits. Her torso is also really long, and I find the mini skirts outfit looking really funny. Like if you're like a weeaboo, I'm not a weeaboo, but if you're a weeaboo and you like that kind of stuff, like you know she's like the freaking she's like Grudge, The Ring, and Do You Want to See My Katana collection in one like in like one character. And I love her facial expression when she changes her she changes her face. I also really like her backstory. I like the backstory of a lot of the killers. I think the unique backstories of them are not like the new killers. The backstory that like the developers from BE actually made, let's say the non-contract killers, they have such good stories, some of them. Like I think the clown has a pretty sick story. I think Ojomo the Wraith has a pretty sick story. I wish they would explain how he got his powers. I also like some of the I like Nea. Her story is pretty like, she's like doing graffiti, and then there's a few others. I can't think of any right now that who I like the most. But I would say of the killers, of the survivors, I don't know who. Maybe Claudette as well. I like her story. But like the nurse's story was really sick. And the spirit story, like her dad just like he just loses it and kills. And I didn't actually know about these stories till I watched the Case File YouTube videos. So shout out to that dude who's making the Case File videos. He like because of him, I actually went and read all the backstories, because I usually would not care about this sort of thing. I'm not really like a lore person. Even though I play MMORPGs, I don't really like reading lore. I like hearing it or seeing the cinematics, or hearing like, you know, Diablo kind of style, or new World of Warcraft kind of like you click and talk to the units. Anyways, let me try and wrap this video up because this is like getting super long. Let's see. I'm probably gonna edit this part maybe. There was something else I wanted to talk about. The perks and the cosmetics in this game. I feel like there's a lot of nice cosmetics, but it's nothing compared to what a standard game should be. I personally feel like, you know, if you don't like cosmetics, it doesn't matter. But if you play games like Fortnite or League, I don't play Fortnite myself that much. I played like once in the last like half a year or whatever it was. I played season 3. That was pretty much it. And I'm not saying they should have, like, these games should have the same cosmetics. Now, I can rant about this for a long while, and in any or many games, I should say. I think even WoW needs more cosmetics or whatever. But this game doesn't really have much to work towards except for perks. Now, you get the cool bloody stained tier 1, 2, and 3 stuff, but I feel like the perks, you have to grind them out. It's super tedious at first, and it doesn't reward you for playing that one killer or that one survivor. The perks, like, you unlock them and by just putting blood points into the killer. So it's good in one sense that you can put the blood points where you want, but they should give you blood points or XP on, let's say, a certain character for playing them, you know. So if you play only, I don't know, you only play spirits, let's say, you should be able to get blood points on her and then still have blood points at the end of the game, and then put them into whatever kill you like how it is right now, or a survivor maybe. But they should still reward you for playing that character a little bit more, I think. Another thing, well, we can rant about this for many days about these sort of things. Yeah, I'm sorry this video is a little bit like ranty and long. It's, for me, it's like 20 something minutes now, 23 minutes. I'm going to try and like clip and cut some of this and make more footage. If you'd like, you can stop by my stream. Sorry, everything feels really terrible, but I'm kind of like nervous to make these videos. At the same time, I'm like, there's so much on my mind and so much things I want to say. But yeah, also Hag is awesome. I got 4K all the time on her. I think she's really good at defending the gens and the people she hangs. I really think she's underrated. I also feel like they should not nerf spirits. We can go into this in maybe great detail. Personally, I think spirits she is overpowered, but there will always be someone who's stronger than the rest, and I do feel like survivors have tools to beat her. I feel like there's a lot of other killers that like I would like to play, but like I would like to play Wraith, but every kill list says he's terrible. Like he's like, you know, in not viable. Like he's like in the shit tier. You know, he's like in the bottom or the second bottom tier, and that makes it really sad. Also, Amanda, the pig. I would love to play Amanda, but she's also not viable. I think Amanda's a great killer on paper. I like the sneaky playstyle. I would probably like to play Ghostface as well. I don't visually like him. Like I don't think he looks like a real killer, but I do like him because of Scary Movie. So I would definitely like to play him a little bit. I think he's great. From what I've heard, I don't own him yet, but hopefully I'll get him soon, and we'll see what it's like. Yeah. So I think they should do a few things. They can also, I'll probably make a video on who I would like for to be in the game. Hint hint. I hope they do add like a xenomorph maybe, or something like, it doesn't have to be a xenomorph. It could be like a xenomorph queen or a warrior, whatever. They can add some alien from the Aliens franchise to the game. Predator will also make a really nice addition, I think, and a few others. They probably can make like their own, like they can make the patch like Dead by Daylight. What do they call it? Like, you know, the patch like for the Stranger Things chapter. They can make like an Area 51 chapter, and then it's like it's featuring like Xenomorph and I don't know, some kid doing the Naruto run. I'm just joking. But yeah, I think Xenomorph would be a great killer. Maybe she can like place eggs and stuff. Anyways, yeah, this is my new player experience. I don't know if I should break this down into multiple videos or just put this one out. It is hella long to watch. I hopefully you guys are just sitting and not really watching the gameplay footage maybe, but just watching like just like listening to the recording and playing some Dead by Daylight yourself. Maybe playing as a survivor sitting in queue like I am. But yeah, apologies for the background noise a little bit. I have a chair that makes a little like squeak when I move on it. And this is actually my second recording. I'm trying to like make this short and sweet, but yeah. I could have just read with the script, but I felt like I should have just gone with my heart on everything I wanted to say. Please, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to add them below. Also, like I said, my Twitch channel is down there as well. I stream like literally every single day. I play a few different games. I would love playing with some of you guys as Survivor. Please carry me. I'm a fucking noob, so just carry me. I play other games like MMOs and stuff. Not right now that much, but I'm down for playing lots of games. So yeah, thanks for listening to my video. If you want, you can like and subscribe as well. I don't make content enough to warrant your like and subscribe. I just wanted to make this video and put it out there and hear your feedback and so on and so forth. There's a few things that I might have forgotten or have not added, and there's a few things that I would feel sad about, like maybe like people saying I'm like still bad or whatever, or like newbie. I know I know I'm like not the best at all. I'm like still learning when it comes to like YouTube videos and Dead by Daylight itself. So any criticism, hopefully I take it well.